everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, thanks for clicking. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and watching my videos and liking the videos and leaving comments. I truly appreciate it. So in today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about my first job in the UK as a factory worker. I did a video where I spoke about care work versus factory work, but this video I'm basically going to be telling you my raw experience as a factory worker. That was my first job in the UK as a factory worker. I'm glad I did it. It was an experience, but let me just give you like the full tea of the whole factory situation. So how did it start? Now when you just come to the UK, first of all, like before you get like a proper job, most people, not everybody do this anyway, most people like to register with an agency, and then there are different agencies, right, that are into big time into factory setting. I don't know how to put it well, but they supply, when I say supply workers is a bit off, but they give factory companies, big companies that have factories, they give them employees. So under the agency they could have like 1,000 people registered with them. So if they have like different factories, that's if the agency has different factories under their belt, they send these people to these different factories to work. So a factory worker is basically somebody that works with industrial machines, products. They work with it might be cleaning. You're just working in the factory. So if the factory, for instance, is producing fruits, if it's a company that produces fruits, you're cleaning the fruits, you're picking the fruits, you're putting them on that sliding machine, and then somebody else is packing, somebody else is sealing, and then they're shipping off to supermarkets. As we call it supermarkets in Nigeria, but they ship it off to big stores and stuff like that. So if you already get a jerk of what a factory work is, that is the factory work. Now back in Nigeria, factory work is like hardcore work. So we see people that work in the factory as people that are really strong, people that eat bread and what's it called, people that take bread and coke for breakfast, people that eat swallow for breakfast, like because of how tedious those kind of jobs are in Nigeria, right? But over here it seemed like, from stories I heard before I went and did it though, it seemed like, okay, you can just be in one position and just be picking fruits and just be arranging them, or it could be flowers depending on the season. If it's like Mother's Day is around the corner, some factories are like, they do it in large quantities. So if they pick flowers from the farm, they take it to the factory. There are people that are constantly picking the flowers, separating them, arranging them, and all of those things. So I felt like, okay, this is easy job now, let me do it. And then I had not like gotten fully settled in, so I felt like, okay, I could do it before I like got like a proper job. Then in this factory, so I registered with an agency. I went there, I registered. First of all, is one thing, this is the agencies, the kind of shakara they do. First of all, to give you the factory job, you have to go register, and then if you don't know what shakara means, shakara is like, what's the English word for shakara? They act like proud. Is it proud? But you get what I'm saying? Like they are reluctant basically to give you jobs, and it's not like they just want to be reluctant. Most times they have too many people they are working with. So I registered with them, and then to even get a shift, you have to go and remind them that, come, I've registered, or when am I getting my shift? One time with this particular agency that I registered with, first of all, I went to one other agency. They told me they couldn't even take me. They were fully booked for factory work. I went to another agency, then they finally told me, okay, we'll take you. Then they did. Then normally you would fill the forms and everything, then they'll do like a little induction, sort of telling you what you're getting into. From what they said, I said, something I can do now. It's more work, we can do it. It's just to pick things and arrange things. But the only tedious thing, or tedious part of it, that I heard from people is that you're standing long hours. You're standing long hours, right? Okay, that's the only stressful thing, is that you're standing for long hours. I'm like, okay, if you're standing, I used to work out when I was in Nigeria now, so I'm fit, I can stand. Then I registered with this agency. After registering with the agency, they told me they'll book me for a shift. That week they did not book me for shift. I did not get any call. I called them, I think they did not even pick, or I sent them my availability or something like that. I had to go back there again to say, me, I registered, like, what's going on? It's been over a week, over 2 weeks, they had not called me. And then my friend here was like, let's go together. Since I just said, like when you're a girl. Anyway, my friend was like, let's go together. they would need to give you this shift. So I went, she went with me, and because they know her, they you know, said okay, like they'll book me and everything for the shift. First things first, for this shift that they are booking you for, what's that loud siren? I hope you guys, sorry about the noise, guys. Like, okay, stopped. So first things first, they booked me for the shift, right? When they book you for the shift, you have to go very early. So you're waking up as early as 3 a.m. I woke up 3 a.m. that day because I had to be there. The bus was leaving at 5 something or 6 something, and then it was like a long walk from my house. Not so long, it was like maybe 15 minutes walk from my house. I didn't want to get there late. I just wanted to be on time. I woke up 3 a.m. that day. Did I sleep? I think I barely slept though. I woke up 3 a.m. dressed up. You need to wear factory appropriate attire. Like for instance, you need to make sure you have a factory boot because you don't want to get injured while working. I got the boot, I wore the boot, and if you see that boot, the boot alone is very big and heavy, very heavy. So walking from my house to that place with that boot, I was already panting. I said, hey God, I've not even gotten to this place and I want to work in this factory. How will I do it? I woke up early, 3 o'clock. I made coffee, I took breakfast. I was like, I don't go, you know, you need to go with your food so that, you know, because I was told, I was well prepped for the job. I was told you have to go with your food, go with breakfast, go with lunch, so that, because it's a tedious job, walking around here alone without food in your stomach, you can faint. So you need to at least fill your tummy. I went with my food, breakfast, lunch. Then I walked. I started walking to the place. In the morning, I was dragging my boots. That morning was even drizzling under rain. I was going. It's funny now, but at that time it wasn't funny because I mean, I was mentally prepared for it, so I was like, okay, let's go, let's do this. We're killing this today. I got there. I left my house like 4 or so. When I got there like past 4:30 ish. When I got there, some people that were there said, if you're going by 6 or 5 something, you came too early. But I did not. I was like, how long? I'll just wait for an hour. So I waited. The bus came, they brought out a list. You have to check that your name is on the list because some people will go there even if they were not booked for shift. So if their name is not on the list, they cannot get on the bus. But I checked, I saw my name on the list. I was like, okay, I was booked for this shift. I waited, the bus came. On getting on the bus, the guy will still check the name if your name is on the list because people were sneaking in. I checked, my name was there. I got on the bus. Then the bus started going. I was advised to sleep on the way because of what I was going to face. I did not sleep. I was watching a Netflix movie. I was watching on my phone, going in. Then I was like, oh, let me turn this phone off and sleep. So I decided to sleep halfway. As I turned the phone off to sleep, before I blinked my eye, we were already there. That one is on me, Sha. It's on me. Nobody did it to me. It's on me. Then on getting there, luckily for me, while they were still prepping us, those of us that were getting there were going there for the first time. They needed to still, you know, tell us 1 or 2 things and stuff about the factory. On getting there, they started talking to us about what we're going to expect, what we'll be doing, where we'll eat, telling us about the cafeteria, how to keep our things. You know, they're just basically prepping us for proper work. And it was it rained that day. So after the prep and everything, they now said, okay, if you want to clean, raise up your hand, because it was a Sunday. If you want to clean, raise your hands up, because that Sunday, that particular Sunday, doesn't happen all the time, by the way, I think. That particular Sunday, they said the cleaners were not available. So if you want to clean, raise your hand up. I did not raise my hand up initially because I didn't know what it entailed. The one lady there, Nigerian lady, I heard that she was not like, because she is somebody that had been coming there. She was like, she cleaning no go better pass the work, hold on, they do for you. If you don't understand what that means in English, it means she felt like cleaning would be better off than doing the proper job that she had been doing. She had obviously been to that place before. I said, okay. I was just following the lady's lead because I said, follow who no road, you no go lost. She had been there before. Me had not been there before. So I was following her lead. She now raised her hand. She raised her hand and asked the question. She said, what did she even ask? Okay, she said, please, does the cleaning entail, do you have to clean the toilets? They now said, no, you're not cleaning toilets, it's just the cafeteria. It's just to clean the floor, mop the floor and clean the table. As soon as she heard that, she said, yes, she will clean. As soon as she raised her hand up, myself, I said, oh yeah, I'm cleaning too. I said I was going to clean. That's how they said, okay, both of you. And then one other girl, because they needed 3 ladies. One other girl, she said she would clean. Then one guy to raise his hand that he would clean. I said, no, it's just for ladies. People started laughing at the guy. The guy knew what he was doing, trying to clean. Then I said, okay, 3 of you go and clean. Or more. I thought cleaning was going to be easier than factory work. That's being in doing the main thing. But boy, was I joking. I was kidding myself, because if the cleaning work was that difficult, imagine what the factory work gone would have felt like. Oof, that's how I started cleaning. They showed us where to get the cleaning materials and stuff. I got those things, and then we started. They said, okay, we could start. We started cleaning, and then they had like different breaks for different people at different times. So when the first batch of people come out, eat, and go back into work, then we're supposed to clean after them. Then second batch of people come, clean after them. Third batch, I think there were like 4 batches, and the shift started, I think, at 7 a.m. was supposed to end at, was it 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. 5 p.m. No, it was 6 p.m. we started cleaning. The first time, it was like 3 different canteens, 3 different cafeterias, so we had to clean. The first one, I was like, I was very energetic. I was cleaning because it was the first time I was cleaning properly, cleaning everything. I cleaned. We mopped. We finished the first batch after the first guys had their food. Then we went. I was like, oh, not so bad. The second time, I was still a bit energetic. I was still gisting with the lady, the Nigerian lady. I was cleaning. Halfway in. So halfway in, after cleaning, we were supposed to mop and then clean the desk. I just felt one sharp pain on my waist, in my waist, whatever. Please use the right word. I felt a pain like this. I was like, chai! It's not as easy as I thought. Oh, I started dragging. I started becoming slow. We shall finish the second round. The third round, my body was done for. My body was weak. My arms, using long sticks, I was tired. The third round, I was legit tired. The girl too, she was already tired. She was complaining. She was like, if for better pass to go the inside factory, for better pass. But because we had breaks, so after cleaning we could still rest. She felt a bit encouraged. She was like, let's go, we can do this. Me and the girl were just hyping ourselves. Let's go, we can do this. Then the last one, to be honest, I was tired. I just went somewhere. I was like, God. At that point, at the 4th round, I was just counting down, like, time to go home. I was just waiting for when I would go home because I was tired. Hey, factory work is not for the faint-hearted though. Factory work is not for the faint-hearted, because hey, I was tired the 4th round. When it was time to go, they did not even tell me. I was like the first or second on the bus. I was tired. When I go home, I passed out. I slept, and to cut the long story short, they did not see me there again. I did not go back there again. They kept calling and calling like they were, like I held their kidney, or I was like they wanted my blood. I did not go back again. I no go hey, the money was sweet though. When they paid me, I loved it. It was cool, but I did not go back there again. I think I ever sat down like this to do like a proper video about my experience. It was hectic, and that's like my first job in the UK. So my first job was me working as a factory worker. Did I love it? Not so much. Will I do it again? Not so much. Was it a good experience? To be honest, I liked the experience, that I can say, okay, I did it, I tried it. It wasn't for me, and I left. But that was like my first major work experience in the UK. It was crazy, guys. It was wild. I did not go back again. It's tomorrow. I don't even know where the agency is. If I probably cannot even locate their office again, because since that time, there are people that I know that did it and are still doing it. 6 months down the line, are still doing it. Maybe because their body's used to it. Maybe because it's easy for them to do. I don't know, but that's what they do. And cool story. Anyway, that's my factory story. I thought to come share. So this is like a sit down video, and I'm like, oh, let me tell you guys this story because this happened to me. Anyway, hope you like this video. Let me know in the comment section if it's something you can do. If it's something you cannot do, don't do it. But if you want to try it, try it. So if you got this one in this video, please like this video, please give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.